I think of certain standards that men can or cannot express certain emotions and certain feelings.
There's a lot of expectations, I think, to be like strong, muscular.
Males being very mentally strong and not really showing weakness.
Like this image that is like pushed upon me, like whether that's been through like my friends or just familial expectations or just social expectations.
When I hear be a man, I don't have too many negative connotations with that. I think it's just kind of like be responsible, be a gentleman, be kind, almost.
I would say it's to not show weakness and to stay true to the things that you are supporting, the things that you believe in.
I really think of the words deal with it and get over it, you know. You can't really dwell on anything.
I don't know, this general idea that we should be pushing towards like more stoic, standoffish.
If somebody feels that they aren't masculine enough, I think that could put a lot of undue pressure on people, may create some real insecurities.
I think there are a lot of positive values in that definition. I think that anything that's locked and not able to be changed or evolve over time, I think is bad.
I mean, I think that there's obviously two sides of it. I think it is a good thing in some ways in order to have like structure and courage and the ability to, you know, be strong in certain scenarios, but it definitely has some negatives.
I think I definitely do feel pressures as a man to fulfill certain goals, but I like those pressures. I think for me, I think of myself and I think of my friends. I hold us to a standard as men to be upstanding citizens for those around us.
There's a lot of like social norms that even if I don't agree with all of them, I do feel obligated to do those.
I would say sort of yes, but once you realize that nobody actually really cares, then it doesn't really matter.
I do feel comfortable expressing emotions, but I don't do it as often, and maybe I should be more expressive.
I feel like it kind of depends what situation I'm in, you know, who I'm talking to. But I'd say generally I am comfortable expressing my emotions, but a lot of the time I don't.
But I don't think that I cannot be expressive with my emotions while still being a man and fulfilling those standards.
So my personal view of success is just like making enough money to be happy with, to have a good family, to like, you know, enjoy life, have hobbies. But I think society really puts pressure on making enough money.
Achieving the goals that you set for yourself, but also not just achieving them, actually working hard towards them, putting your best effort forward.
I think when I strive for success as a man, it's something that I have chosen as an expectation for myself, as someone who eventually in their life seeks having a family.
Kind of based on family, you know, raising, like having a partner, raising a nice family, kids, and like passing your legacy on to the next generation, because that's what the people above you did.
I think masculinity, or like the definition of masculinity could benefit from just being more flexible. I think it's like really like rigid right now with what being a man is. So I think just having like more role models, more people in the media, more family figures, just be openly emotional as men and showing that it's okay to be expressive. It's also okay to have these traditional masculine traits.
It shouldn't have one image to it. It shouldn't have one solid thing that is one definition. It can be seen differently in every single individual.
You know, a more positive environment, supportive environment of men, and kind of just mitigating the negative effects of that toxic masculinity.
But I think masculinity is maybe less of an expectation and more of a process that people need to go through. And when I think of masculinity for my son, I think of me being there to teach him what I think is right and wrong. But I don't expect him to be just like me. I expect him to find what he sees as a man, and I hope he pursues that.